This was such a perfect encapsulation of a great day. Oh, I love it. I love this video so much. Even though the ride isn't that great, the adventure was top notch, top to bottom. Ah, so cool. I hate that I have to mention the GoPro lens thing, and it just kills it so much for me because I just want everything to be so perfect and everything. But moving on, you'll still enjoy it. I'm sure you'll like it. It's just good stuff all the way. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making it possible. Let's go. Just another picture perfect winter day here in California. I spent the morning at Pfeiffer Beach. So nice, just watching the waves roll by. And now I'm gonna go ride something new. But first I've gotta get this sand out of my shoes. I'm gonna have a little lunch before I take on this ride, and I think I found a nice little spot to park the van. I had a mini freak out a second ago because I have everything I need to cook up my lunch, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna light the propane? This comes with a lighter built in. No problem. The old stove, you actually had to have the stick matches or a little thing to reach in. Very simple meal. Ground beef, I add in pre-cooked rice, a little bit of pasta sauce, and you're off to the races. It is time to get rolling, and I'm gonna get a full dose of vitamin D today. It is bright and sunny and almost warm. Always a little cooler towards the ocean, but once I start on this trail, I think it's gonna get brutal. This is the Baranda Trail, not far from Big Sur on the California coast. It's also called Timber Top, U.S. Forest Service, bike legal, 3,000 foot climb. And judging from the comments I've read, most of that 3,000 feet is gonna be hike-a-bike. Yeehaw! Very easy trailhead to pass up. Only one other car parked across the road, so that's a good sign. I want it all to myself. Oh yeah, here we go. I think the trail is 3 miles long, if that gives any indication of what I'm up against here. It always fascinates me to think of somebody or a whole engineering team coming out here in 1920, 1950, whenever it was, surveying this whole thing and be like, okay, here's where we should cut the trail. And then some bulldozer or hand tools cut this whole thing. And then I start thinking about how we mapped the world before computers, before GPS. Just a lot of longitude and latitude. The coast is a funny thing. You could be dripping in sweat in January and then freezing to death in July. It really depends on the marine layer. When the fog rolls in right here, no sun, very cold and damp. It's brutal. This is the part of California where it's not quite Northern California, not quite Southern California. And then Central California, kind of Bakersfield, Merced, I guess. But we really don't have the geography set in stone. Feels like I'm rolling into a new climate zone now, so I must be making pretty good progress. This is gonna be a bomb voyage. Yikes. It's so funny because this reminds me a ton of the Hell's Gate Trail that I did with my buddy Adam in Kenya. Why I named the Trail 1 components Hell's Gate grips, because we were holding on for dear life. One of the most memorable rides I've ever done. White knuckle. Kind of had the same white rock. Less giraffes and baboons and warthogs though. I had a couple people in the comments mention that they wish the Hell's Gate grips were fatter, but they're actually a thicker grip. They're not mega super duper thick. There are very few grips like that on the market. I used to use the wolf tooth fat paw when I like to run the really thick grips. But these are thick, so actually try them out. Give them a try. Feeling is believing. I used to run the fat grips so much, and then I switched to skinnier stuff and didn't bother me too much, and now
this is kind of the perfect medium. A lot of thought, a lot of care went into these grips. All right. Looks like another zone. Must be getting pretty close to the top. Ooh. There she blows. Timber top. A little primitive camping site up here. Whew, snack time. Seems like a weird place to put a bike rack, but it works. I guess my Strava didn't start. So I have no idea how long that just took. It didn't seem like it took that long. All right, nap time is over. My knee pads are on, and I'm very curious what this is gonna be like. Definitely should have a passive bell if you come out and ride this trail that just jingles and jangles while you ride, because there's plenty of hot blind turns that have tons of potential for user conflict. Oh my. Double track, slippy, too fast. All right, there's 500 feet of elevation. That really was a massive slice of elevation right there. I'm gonna be back to the car in 5 minutes. Good view. Oh man. Whew. The old 19% grade. And the old dot on the GoPro lens. This was condensation actually getting back behind the max lens mod thing. Super weird, never seen it happen. But this was a brand new max lens mod and it wasn't tested, it wasn't battle tested. Whatever, moving on. Okay. Brakes. Survive that spot. Okay, a little single track action. Whoa. Ocean breeze, I feel it. Woo. Working the triceps. Oh, let me just launch off into the ocean here. This way. No flow steep. Left, okay. The juice is not going to be worth the squeeze today, but I really enjoyed that hike-a-bike and then sitting at the top and soaking up the sun. That was just really, really nice. These views are great, but this downhill is just atrocious. Oh yeah. Oh no. If it was good, we would have heard about it by now. to the left. Oh, gotta stay out of the ruts. Oh, that looks like the ejector seat right there. I always like doing out and back rides because I don't feel bad about showing them off on my channel. If someone's fitness isn't that great, if they thought they could take on the ride, but they only get a mile in, you just turn around and head back down, get it again next time. That was like, what, 7 minutes or something? Ridiculous. Ooh. Smell my brakes burning. That's rare. That is not a ride I would ever do again or ever recommend anyone do, but I still had fun. That was still a really neat little day. I got a smile on my face. I definitely got a workout in, so it worked out pretty good. And now the plan is to head south, go find my campsite, which I think is 3 hours south, but I don't have reception, so I'm just gonna keep heading south till I actually get reception, then I'll figure it all out. I was driving and I just spotted some humpback whales off the coast. The thing you have to look for is the spout. They spout and it's really easy to see, but obviously with my iPhone, I'm gonna try to zoom in and see them. They're so small, they're so far off. But if you're ever just out looking at the ocean, you look for the spout and they're always blowing air and water up. There's no chance I'm gonna be able to capture this. You see it? Just, oh geez, it's so small. Do you see them? I could almost hear them. There's a ton out there. This is so cool. I'm doing untold damage to my eyes using the binoculars. All the whales are right in that stripe where the sun is. Another great wildlife sighting, some big old bull elk. They're massive. On the binoculars, they look very out of breath climbing the hill. Holy moly, I'm getting lucky today. Another animal sighting. I gotta get my sweatshirt on though. It's the elephant seals. There's 1,000 of them. I can't tell Sarah I saw this. This is too good. I only see a couple really big males with the old proboscis. The yipping and the yapping is endlessly entertaining. These seal pups all look like they came out of the womb 30 minutes ago. Throw sand in his face for the courtship ritual. The little information sign said elephant seals were thought to be extinct in the 1800s, but then there was a small pod that they discovered off the coast of Baja, California, and pretty much all the elephant seals in this area are descendants of that small group, and now there's more than 15,000 of them in our area. All right, I've still got about 2.5 hours of a drive southbound, so I'm gonna wrap it up here, but it was an awesome day. The ride wasn't that great. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got to see all this animalia. Fantastic. Do me a favor, go ride something new, and maybe I'll see you on the trail.